be a different story for the side of KRU.
Yeah, you know, for as much as we talk about Kesnit and Aspas, and for good reason, as you mentioned, it really was Heat who kind of took over yesterday. So
Seriously.
We'll see how that clash ends up as KRU is on the attack. Already a little bit of space denied from Leviathan at the beginning of the round. The dart over the top, very aggressive.
Yeah, 4 members on the CT side pushing all the way through. They want to get this fast flank, and the reaction from KRU is ample and correct.
Tex has to be cautious here. He's the only one out towards B. He's playing his time and his position very cautiously, as he should.
Yeah, he gets picked off here. The retake is almost nearly over. It's just so tough. And I think they're aware of this, right? Because KRU, they had this game plan going in the last series that they played Icebox on, where they just take all that snowman control, kind of flip the site in a way.
And look at how far out Melzer is. He's going to be the first to take contact, but he's got such a good place for an orb, too. Meanwhile, Aspas over the top, perched up, winning the first bout in that head-to-head duel between the duelists and Leviathan. Looks so comfortable. This retake looked as effortless as I think I've ever seen before. They just waltzed their way in.
And it's Tex with 3 in the round, who he was the solo anchor there. He just bided his time, just sat in the back, was just chilling pretty much. And man, he struck at the perfect moment, getting 3 into the round, the flank onto Snowman. This is good protocols and good prep from the side of Leviathan already.
And that was, again, where KRU got what they wanted. They got out onto the site for free. They got into really aggressive post-plant positions. They were denying a lot of space back in spawn, as you were mentioning. That's, I know it's just been 1 round, but that's a really alarming start.
Yeah, it's a hard read, pretty much. And Tex, like I said, he played it to near perfection. And he's been, honestly, ramping up in this whole season. Yeah, he started off kind of struggling, but he's really made a name for himself and made sure people understand why he's on this roster.
He's been so impressive. Very different Viper wall. Much more vertical, and we've got to talk about the Harbor Viper comp that Leviathan love to run. The fact that they can cycle walls. We'll see these 2 setups very regularly through the defensive side, and then the Killjoy utility behind it too just makes trying to get out onto A borderline impossible.
Yeah, and it's so annoying because even when you bait out the Harbor wall, all of a sudden the Viper wall can come right up like there.
Yeah, just like
You're
that.
getting shock darted, you know, and yeah, it's just an eco round. But look, you already dropped your smokes player for nothing.
Yeah.
You didn't even see anybody yet.
It's just very simple when you have those 2 that you can cycle up and down.
And on top of that, the Blender as well. The Killjoy utility here. 4 members leaned here. They're all going to swing together. Kesnit!
He's done a little bit of damage. Left him a bit worse for wear. A costly punishment, but seems like it's all it'll be. Just a threat, just a little bit of pain. And all will go well for Leviathan. They carry 2 rifles into the next, including a Spectre, barring an upgrade, as they try to scoop up anything that was left. And, I mean, all things all good.
Yeah, and all things considered, good on Kesnit for getting 2 into that round. This easily could have been one where it's just a flawless. All of a sudden, the economy on the defensive side just starts growing and growing, and they amass such a lead there that even if they lose the bonus, you know, they can buy whatever they want. So Kesnit doing a little bit of damage there, getting a little bit more warmed up. He got 2 headshots into that round.
A bit of a mild loadout, if you will, for Leviathan heading into the 3rd. Not quite the same ferocious firepower that we've seen in the past, where you've got teams running 4 rifles, or sometimes even 5 and an ult, or you know, something like this. This is a bit more tempered, and we'll see if KRU can punish on it. They've got full rifles, full armor, they've got everything.
It's the 4-man push again, just like pistol round. This is something you see teams do quite a bit. Sometimes they'll run on the bonus what they ran on the pistol round. That's exactly what's happening. Shy, he's not aware of this. Mazzino gets a freebie.
He got wrapped around, he had no real idea. And so again, Tex plays this position very nicely, waits, buys as much time as he can, and they're gonna have to retake B. This is a different setup for KRU though. Remember, they were pushed all the way into Snowman. They took so much space back in spawn. That's not the case here. Additionally, they've lost a member. Things get notably more difficult. Meltzer's waiting just on the other side of this box as Tex tries to take a little bit of space, pays for it with his life, but Mazzino's on the trade. Now Leviathan continue to push their way forward. You've got Aspas coming in from mid and Calm on the flank. So consistent with it and finding more value, finding more success. That's a massive start for Lev, man.
Yeah, amazing. Getting that pick onto Shy, and then Tex once again. He was just sitting in the back of B, almost towards mid, just AFK. He doesn't need to do anything. He's got a turret that's holding his kitchen flank. He's got an alarm bot that's holding Snowman push. So they were aware. They can deduct. All of Leviathan, no one's in Snowman. The players have to be either on site or playing in the back. And Calm, I mean, he did his time and time again classic of just going for that late flank, but the timing in which he did it this time around was perfect. Nobody even looking at him.
Yeah, Calm just, I mean, he he did his thing.
That's how he won a world championship,
yeah.
Remember? You know? The late flanks. It was something that he was getting punished with trying to do on this roster quite a bit in the beginning of stage 1, but just seems like with more time, they found a way to actually make it work. Ooh, a nice tag right there on a Kesnet, but that light armor buy. So he doesn't fall right away.
I mean, he may as well have 10 HP.
I think he had full armor, actually. Apologies. He gets taken out anyway, doesn't matter.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yep.
Second shot, the most deadly. You see them trying to explore mid-map a little bit here, too, as Meltzer's not finding any space. I think this map has to feel really small for KRU right now.
Seriously.
Even with the space that they have taken.
They're getting picked left and right everywhere on the map. Again, Osbos is taking his time on these shots. The crowd's already popping off for him. He's already popping off for his squad. But it's really everybody firing. It's a team effort right now. It's everybody sitting really close on the scoreboard. Mazzino sitting at the top with 5. Tex and Calm at 4. Picks across the board.
My double's dead.
Nice shots there from Tex, settling the recoil and the spread.
Yeah, Mazzino's had a really good start. I think he has more kills than all of KRU do combined. Which is
and a lot. They clearly did their prep work. So what are we gonna do about it? We're about to find out right here and now. And that being said, Osbos does have the operator online. Kesnet, he's gonna face this.
He's got the dash proc. Gives the space away. Not a ton of fill behind it. So off of that, KRU will accelerate a little bit. You've got Kesnet, who's already dashed out back yellow. And they've gotten space. And here's the thing, though. They've been here before. They've been here a number of times in this half. They have managed to get this much, and then everything goes sideways. Now they're even being denied this because of Mazzino's ult.
Yeah, this is a very new look from the side of Leviathan as well, right? This fast re-aggression onto B, clearing out all that space. And that forces KRU all the way back. But this is something that Leviathan are very comfortable with. They're okay with giving you free A site because they can just cycle up those walls or even use the harbor wall on the retake.
And I would argue they don't even really have free A. I mean, Shy's not even past 410 at this point. So it's not like he's not like he's contacted all the way up and they're going to be able to call him over and they're going to be able to get into post plans by contacting. This is, you haven't really gotten very much. In fact, I wouldn't be shocked if they try to flip the map back. The problem is they have 30 seconds left. And they've got Osbos here with an op. He can shut down this round by himself.
Melzer might creep all the way through, though.
This wall is going to buy him a little bit of space.
So smart of Osbos to get out of dodge like that. Just wait for his squad to come back. This is phenomenal team play, but Calm, he gets caught lacking there. The trade from Mazzino.
Meltzer did a very nice job of getting that far back. But again, the spike now, just now going down. KRU with the numbers advantage. Osbos still with the op in hand. Tex has been steady, but he will fall this time. And Osbos, I mean, you've got the money. I guess you couldn't go for it. But retaking the 1v3 with an op in a post-plant situation feels miserable.
Yeah.
So Melzer gets his 4. KRU finally get on the board.
What a great job from Melzer, just sneaking into the backline like that, catching multiple players off guard. I think that was honestly, what, 3 kills that he caught players off guard with. The only one where he actually had an aim duel was against King in the back of yellow right there. So big heads-up play from him to win that 1v1 and secure his team to come back. And then the way that he was able to finesse around Osbos, not giving him that trade, and then getting all these freebies. Look, nobody ready. Yeah. Not even Osbos at the end there.
No, you're right.
Amazing position.
What's a response off this? Kesnet has blades. Osbos again has the op. And this time there will be an early challenge. Does the drone push him off here? Oh, it's gone low. I don't know that it's going to see him.
Oh, it doesn't see him, but the re-drone might dissuade KRU from wanting to take this timing into sight.
Only one spotted, but it was the Sova. Whoa. Almost catches him. But it's Osbos who walks away. beaten and battered.
And that's all the knives gone from Kesnet right now, so he has nothing else to work with. That Sova ultimate will connect on 2 members. One gets taken out, that was Heat.
I mean, they have attempted to put everything behind this. They've tried stubbornly to get through to A. But again, this retake, everything that LEV have at their disposal just makes KRU so uncomfortable, so unsettled. Another rare miss from Aspas, but I mean, this round feels very comfortably in the hands of LEV.
Yeah, it would take some individual heroics right here. That's why you see MTA slowly creeping up forward. He's trying to pick off any type of member that'll give him a 1v1 right now.
KRU were so successful in these numbers down situations yesterday against Cloud9, but Leviathan are a different beast. They might convert this though. They've gotten it down to equal numbers. And again, Aspas has 1 HP. He's got to find success with the op. Gets his one. The trade comes through. MTA has the ult, but he's way too close to lean in on that. King's got to find the snap, and he lands the shots. Not able to pull off the heroics, man. It got close though.
Yeah, a 2v4 brought it down to a 1v1 where MTA, he honestly could have won that. He just couldn't settle the shots. King, he wasn't even aware whatsoever that MTA was to his right side, but if you're gonna whiff at this high of a level, King, he's gonna take that every time. He's gonna run away with it. That's 5-1 now. And Mazzino killing Melzer in that Viper's pit, that was such an important frag into the round. The fact that he got that kill, it was so huge.
And King was so steady on that response. As soon as he realizes he's in a really bad spot, doesn't flick and instantly try to spam or anything like that. He just settles, continues to strafe. So calm.
It's a new look from the side of LEV. It was a fighting squad towards B. Aspas has the B line, and that's what allows for this rotation to come out towards A. And this is a way faster pace from the side of KRU as well.
Bomb grenade out.
If they try to flood, much like they did a couple of rounds ago on B, I mean, they don't have a Reckoning, but they do have Tex's ult. So that's exactly what they're going to try to do. Both of them traded, Venn diagramming the map. And it's just going to force a bit of a freeze. Oh, easy now. Second time's a charm. Mazzino will fall. Numbers, again, the way of KRU. Aspas is going to be joining over a bit late, has blades. So he's not just strapped to the op. And KRU are cutting noise. I love this so much. But that's going to be the cue. The knife goes out, the dart goes through. Oh, pop from MTA. That will confirm things. Calm will fall. And now there are only 2 members left on LEV. King is one of them, though. And he's doing his best to keep them back into the face of 2. Looking for 3 on the round. The 4th not connecting. Aspas with the op. Blades popped. And this is Aspas at peak vintage form. Delivers once more. The Red Bull clutch for LEV.
What was almost a 2v4 for KRU turns into a 2v4 for LEV. Aspas and King putting things into their own hands. And King, man, his movement and the way that he shoots his gun is so beautiful to witness. The sidestepping back and forth, the peeking in and out. It's wonderful. And then, yeah, the poise at the end there from Aspas to just connect with the last knife that he had in his ultimate. Vintage play right there.
Aspas plus blades in a 1v1 just doesn't feel very fair, does it?
No, it's not. Not fair at all. I mean, even with the operator, that's a whole nother story, right?
6-1 now, the way of LEV. KRU have had their chances, but they just haven't been able to convert. You saw a little skin there.
Yeah, can't connect on it, though. Aspas is going to stay, though, playing really aggressive this round, going for the eco kills.
Yeah, he's got King to help, too.
Oh, this one-way drops. He might face 2-3 members, but he peeks out way too early on that. Oh, my gosh, MTA going for a trade alone again as well.
He's teeing off.
Yeah, you cannot be giving Aspas these 1v1 engagements the way that KRU have been doing it so far. I mean, he's going to hit those shots. That's what he's known for. He loves taking duels.
And so again, there seems to be a bit of a freeze onto the round from the attacking side. As noise is cut, they try to explore things. But again, nothing feels safe, man.
There's no way Shy's ready for this angle. Yeah, Tex takes his head clean off. That's such an awkward pre-aim that you have to do if you're Shy.
And remember, it was a couple of rounds ago, I
30
believe it was
seconds
Melser.
left.
As soon as they don't get their first hit, as soon as they don't find some of that open space, they try to explore up tube, they try to get into kitchen. Melser got caught a few rounds ago, now Shy here. He was looking for something a little stylish, a little creative, but Lev get up to 7.
And you're right, though. It's been a punish across the board. The middle of the map has been locked down by Tex and Com on the rotations and whatnot. It's really good to do that on a map like Icebox, where on the defensive side, if you don't have that control of mid, there's so much you need to be worried about. You start over-investing not only utility, but players onto those sites. It opens up your extremities. So the fact that Tex has been able to like basically solo anchor mid or have some type of help, you know, from Com in the mid round.
On Icebox, things just kind of happen like this, man.
I'm still so surprised that teams do not ban this map against this team, but it's so tough because Lev have such a deep map pool as well.
You're picking poison, really.
Yeah, it's tough. But Osboss on Icebox is just something else. I don't blame KRU though, because last time around, Kesnet was actually hanging up there with him. I think it was Osboss on 28 and Kesnet at 23, and a 13-11 win for Leviathan. So,
a proactive, a preemptive ult invested here by King.
yeah, it's all to deny that plant, but wisely so. KRU are going to flip the site, get the spike planted on the left side. But this is so hard to play a post plant with.
Yeah, I mean, what do you hold? You kind of have to fight in.
You have to.
And so even in this, it feels like Lev are forcing KRU to play the way they want them to play.
Oh, this is so sick. That cascade is all for Tex to take this positioning. He gets shot fully blind. What was that?
Unbelievable. And again, oh, now Osboss is colliding. Tex was the third on the round. The defuse is going to come through. I imagine they hand it over, but
It's clinical. It looks easy, effortless, some would say. The protocols, they're aware that KRU want to flip the site. When the spike gets planted, that one cascade is for Tex to sneak out into right side heaven. Oh, that was such a nasty shot. Tex has been so impressive these last, I don't know, this last stage 2, even at LAN in Shanghai.
Oh yeah,
he played great at Shanghai.
Yeah, Tex was really good. Tex gets one kill. You mentioned fully flashed there. Osboss got his collat fully flashed too. They don't even have to see the players.
Hey man, it's one of those days, huh?
It seems like it, man. 8 rounds up for Lev. KRU are just a shell of the team we saw before, and I think there was a lot of concern around that as we saw them play yesterday, and we thought, you know, maybe they're back, and okay, now this is the KRU that people were comfortable with and people got used to, but Cloud9 and Lev are not the same at all.
It's like what Sideshow was saying on the analyst desk. You know, the gap from before when they met, it's been just getting farther and farther and farther. Lev have just taken this away from a lot of NA teams. They've kind of separated themselves from, you know, the good teams, and now they're a great one. So
yeah, it's gone from like a small gap to a massive expanse. And how do you bridge something like that in so small amount of time?
I don't know. In most of these rounds, Lev have had the right read. I mean, the utility has been on point to delay and dissuade KRU. It kind of has KRU having to pause, freeze, going back and forth. Keep in mind, the only round that KRU won was like that double insert, one at A main, one B yellow. And then they were able to kind of like move around the map, try to get a pick on the extremities. That's what won them the round. Ooh, Osboss didn't connect on that one. Whiffs again, but third time's the charm, surely.
If he gets a third.
Yeah, spike will be planted here, though. Oh my gosh, Mazzino does not care at all. Takes whatever timing he wants to his own hardware.
What?
Disgusting.
Is it? Yeah, this is just becoming a frag movie.
It is. It is for sure. And KRU right now, they have to be hoping, you know, that they have a performance like they did yesterday against C9, where they had that comeback, you know, on Lotus, where they just started bringing rounds back one round at a time. And what ended up happening with that, even though they lost the map, they were able to bring that momentum of just the comeback that they accumulated into the next map, and they closed out that series. So right now, that's the only saving grace for KRU, because, man, they're just getting deleted. Look at this, instant. Yeah, you're done.
Tex is shooting.
Everyone.
Like, honestly, like,
They all are.
as Tex has been. Right, but then, I mean, Osboss was doing things like that, too. Just like a blind op shot through a smoke. And it looks like they're having fun, and for good reason. And they very well may waltz their way into a champ spot.
Oh my gosh, another first blood from Tex. He's been such a monstrosity on this A site. Another lockdown for him as well. It's unbelievable right now.
And we even talked about it, what, after the pistol, how it already felt concerning. It already felt like there was trouble. And unfortunately for KRU, that seems to have actualized.
Yeah, this is definitely rough. No more timeouts as well. And I think they have a good understanding, KRU, that, you know, Osbos is leaning towards this B because they haven't fronted him at A site and
right.
Killjoy lockdown was used. So it kind of gives you an idea of what the map looks like, and that's why they're going for the re-hit. Sometimes when a player is so on fire, you just don't want to even go to their site, even though you know he's alone.
Yeah, but I mean, the alternative is what? You hit into the stack of 3, 4.
Yeah.
And the other problem is, there's a guy who's equally as hot, who's still playing in the stack, and that's Tex.
Whoa.
But he crumbles at the feet of MTA. Maybe a little bit of success here for KRU. Kesnet tagged up,
30
somehow
seconds
staying
left.
alive as MTA commits to the plan. Mazzino not able to settle the
Player
shots.
standing.
And it's on to Aspas again with Blades in a 1v3. MTA weak, 36 HP, no armor. Clean from Kesnet as KRU find their second.
Yeah, Kesnet, a lot of opportunities for Leviathan to punish him, but they just couldn't connect the shots. And if you give Kesnet that time of day, he's gonna take it. He wants those engagements right now. He wants to get warmed up, and it's gonna build him more confidence going in for the rest of this map and the rest of the series. Some nice shots from him. It was this one, most notably. Too many shots whipped from the side of Mazzino. Gives him the confidence to wide swing Osbos there. I like how they approach that 3v1. You don't want to give Osbos that much space to work with and, you know, potentially get a clutch on you.
Kesnet popped his Blades at the beginning of the round. Mouser has this pit to play around. There's also no interest in contacting B in a 4-1 or anything like that. They've got eyes set towards A. And it may just result in a similar outcome. Tex and Mazzino have already gotten a couple. There's just MTA and Heat left.
Oh, these shock darts from Calm, they do so much damage. This setup is too good. The fighting squad of Tex and Osbos on the A site. It's more than enough to secure the half. Oh yeah, they get a glimpse of Heat's little head right there, and Tex will jump up on top pipes and take him out. 10-2 half to the side of Leviathan.
Switching sides.
This is why they're undefeated on this map, Doug. Yes.
This just, they make it look easy.
What is there to say?
They make it look easy. Again, I think there was expectation. There was, I mean, maybe not a ton, but there was some hope given how KRU looked yesterday. Given how KRU have looked this state, like maybe they're going to be able to claw their way.
The thing was how the first 4 rounds that were game planned for LEV had such an impact on the later rounds of the half.
Now.
I mean, winning the pistol, then converting the bonus the way that they won the pistol. I mean, it was everything. It set themselves up for success. So I imagine we're going to see something like that here. All this prep work. That one cascade and wall made Kesnet have to pop his dash, so that's not something that he's going to have for the retake on A. And no one is really here from the side of KRU on A besides Shy. Trying to take this peek.
In the face of everyone else on the side of LEV. Yeah, there are reinforcements on the way. Shy finding a little bit of space, not realizing that, yep, that's Aspas right next to you.
Did Tex just wallbang it?
It's just water that's keeping them apart.
He can see the
can't,
barrel.
He can't see him if he doesn't turn around. Oh, what a surprise. Shy finds 2, make that 3. The pistol heavily leaning the way of KRU, but somehow even in the face of those heroics, even in the face of those shenanigans, it falls down to 1s. And it's Tex with the Sheriff. Put a bow on it, man. Leviathan continue the slaughter.
I mean, normally it's the Osbos show. It's a Tex show today. 17-6 on the Killjoy. And he has no emotion, completely void. It's just another day in the office for the lad.
No, that was Tex with emotion, man. That was him popping off.
He shows emotion in game, huh?
How do you...
Unbelievable.
I think I never mind.
I would love to see that first kill over from Tex, the wallbang. I think he randomly spammed into heaven and got that kill onto MTA. That is so weird.
KRU have to force, no real choice otherwise. A Bulldog, Spectre, Stingers. And there's a heavy stack A.
It's honestly what you want, though, especially when it gets scrappy on the actual site on A. There's so many close corners. You can play with those stingers.
Yeah,
do the
sure.
little run and gun classic. We've seen players just get absolutely deleted with that gun. The only long-range weapon is that Sheriff on Kesnet and the Bulldog on Shy. But I feel like Leviathan, they're aware of this, and they're going to bide their time. They're going to try to put themselves in a position where they have the fighting advantage. Maybe with utility, maybe taking longer range angles. Oh, you better get out of there, buddy.
And they're feeling a little bit of the pressure. And Lev just sniff out what's on the other side, decide to rotate away.
Yeah, absolutely. Sniffed out that stack, but they're leaving King here. The double back is the
30
play.
seconds left.
KRU seem ahead of it. I mean, Kesnet's rotating back too, alongside Shy.
Yeah, KRU aren't biting on this at all. Dart gives them the info. Only King gets scanned, though.
Yeah, but all of the other utility that they're seeing surely confirms their suspicions as Kesnet and Heat are able to open things up at least just a little bit. But of course, lo and behold, Aspas gets another couple.
10 seconds left.
With just a few moments left in the round, they have to commit to try to get the spike down, and I don't know that they're going to find enough comfort. Never mind, Tex is here.
What did he eat today?
I don't know, bro. What has he been eating all season? They can get up to 12 in the face of the Force. I mean, this is done.
Oh, he's playing aim lab in the server right now. It's like training bots for him. He's just in the open, exposed. He had an outlaw. He switches to a sheriff.
The better weapon.
He's just flicking left and right. This is a form I don't think we've seen Tex actually achieve. Is this peak form for him right now, or
It might be.
or have we not seen his peak yet? That's the scary thing.
Them right here.
He just quietly continues to get better, but hey, he's being plenty loud about it now.
There was so much skepticism around Tex joining this roster, and if he actually belonged. Oh my gosh! Oh my goodness! It's a slaughter.
Dre, I'm gonna let you take the play-by-play for the rest of this round,
It's
man.
an absolute slaughter.
By all means, brother.
But now you see, after Aspas gets those 2 picks, there's a freeze to the round. Then Tex, he's slowly creeping up towards A site. 3 members of KRU stacked towards B. Drone was used from comm. He's waiting for that rechargeable dart to come back online. And look, the macro gameplay King is calling a phenomenal game on top of the individual prowess of every single player on this squad.
He's double positive right now, too.
Yeah, they're hitting the site where no one's at. I mean, this is looking like all she wrote.
Yeah, this would be a very poetic way for this map to end, wouldn't it?
Unbelievable. What a fast map. This might be one of the fastest maps in VCT.
They got dinner plans or something? I don't know.
Where are we looking? Aspas! 3 to the round. Where's Shy? Come here, buddy.
He almost hit that, too.
Oh, that's it. Aspas with 40 closes out Icebox once again.
Just a different story. KRU is on the attacking side. Kesnet is on the Neon. So you've got to expect a lot of go-go and a lot of fast. And we'll see how that plays out. A heavy lean towards B early on. You've got Khan, who's already in a position to get a little bit of early contact. Stays alive, though. Not really punished by that early aggression. The shock darts go through. Kesnet's already really far out. He's got the spike by himself. I like how I like this initial approach from KRU. You send Kesnet in, tap of the spike to draw out util. You know he, in theory, should be able to get out pretty safely and then rotate back. The problem is, LEV are already here.
And look at how much damage KRU took on the way in as well. 2 players at 50 HP. Melzer can't connect. Oh, it's disastrous.
Hey,
Aspas, perfect stun.
but maybe not perfect kills, but it comes through anyway. And it's another stomp on that pistol. I mean, they had a cool idea. I like what they were trying to do, right? But draw out all the utility and then try to hit the other side of the map. The problem is Leviathan were already there. The right click and the stun just betrays them. What is that?
Yeah, it doesn't connect this time around. I mean, as cosmetic as stuns are, your luck can only go so far. And I don't know, it just looks so effortless for LEV. Yeah, it was a cool idea of getting, you know, all that Cypher utility broken onto the actual site, but since Kesnet leaves B site at that moment, and you can hear that, it just makes it obvious you're leaning towards A, so of course LEV are just gonna stay.
King is the first to draw blood.
Just so easy, he even has time to switch out to his ghost and do that.
Spike down.
But right now, KRU can't even aim, Doug.
One enemy remaining.
It doesn't look like it. And so oftentimes when we look at a stomp in map 1 in a best of 3 or even a best of 5, we think, okay, the second map maybe will tell a different story. It's an opportunity for reset. It's an opportunity for refreshing of the mind and a chance to put things behind you, but these first couple of rounds haven't felt very different at all.
I mean, I don't see a world in which King lives here in any other day that KRU plays this game on stage. There's two players spamming their classics fully at him while he's just standing still. I mean, I guess he was doing a little bit of AD jiggles, you know, how he does, but how many shots that he had to shoot in that Ghost? He used 15 bullets before he got that last kill.
KRU on a gun round now. How do they work the rest of this map? Seems like a little bit of exploring towards mid. They've been denied all of this B main space.
Yeah, the Leviathan have been so aggressive on their defensive sides on both maps so far.
There's the fault line set up. I mean, they're waiting for this push. Look at where they're all set up.
They just know we're going to push B main. We know that you're going to try to take mid control from it. We're going to delay you. And if you do decide to speed up into B, we have a retake anyway.
So KRU managed to draw a little bit of that out. They have an understanding of where the fault line was, where the breach will be playing. They've got to know that it's close. The dart failing to get the tag, but KRU still present B.
Right here.
A dart over the top. Yep, there's a lot more behind that too.
Shock dart is perfect for that chip damage. Shy sitting not too healthy right now. Is Calm gonna just run through like a maniac? I feel like he might.
He very well may. I don't understand how he doesn't get punished in that position. Now swinging out, getting his one. Spike
left.
on the ground.
Spike down. B.
Tex and King now rotating over with nothing but stingers.
No way. Another timing?
Yep.
No trade this time around as well.
2v2, Texas upgraded to a Guardian. At a distance, the Spike's still not playing it. They've still got 13 seconds left. They gotta get this dang thing down.
And the Stinger's so disgusting at this range. King is gonna have easy pick'ems here. He can just run and gun everybody. Ooh, Shy.
Spike down.
1v1.
B.
Tex, 70 HP, still has the Guardian. Tex has gone exploring. He's gone all the way around. He's gonna land the shots because of course he is. Because it's Leviathan's day.
It's their day, it's their year, it's their stage 2, clearly. Who's gonna fight back? And there's a replay going on right now, but I see some disrespect being shown in the actual server.
I love how they played this Guardian Stinger combo. You had Tex who was playing all the way back in spawn, right? And as they're peppering him,
Hey, you go, girl. Damn.
That's the vibes.
as the Guardian is peppering them on one side of Pillar, you've got the Stinger who's wrapping around on the other side. And there was such short time, they had nowhere to go. They were stuck, man.
Yeah, the Stinger is so disgusting in this close range engagements. You don't really have to stop when you're shooting it. You can kind of peek, shoot as you're falling back behind the corner. And the fire rate on the gun is so high that you're able to delete players so quickly. So on the side of KRU, they have 4 Stingers of their own going into this round. I don't blame them for trying to make anything work, but of course you're running into Aspas. That's a quick trade.
Yeah, that was just MTA too. I thought for a moment there was some damage from Kesnet, but MTA Stinger from a really long way.
Calm's utility has been so good this entire series. Like his drone timings, his shock darts, the chip damage. Oh,
Heat not able to land the shots with the Sheriff King, taking a step back though.
There's just something about Heat when he plays against Leviathan. He just can't get online. Maybe nerves facing his Brazilian brethren of Aspas on the other team.
Right here.
I mean, to be fair,
Yeah,
I'd be nervous to play against Aspas too.
100%.
Start to see some of the smokes refresh as King tries to hold the line. There's no real follow-up behind this.
Gosh,
keep
so
a close eye on
disgusting.
that. King is now being joined by Mazzino, but for a second there, he was by himself. If they try to re-rotate and explore the rest of the map, they don't really have much room to go B, and you've got Calm who's holding mid too.
Right here.
Yeah, and they have to be careful for these trips as well when they do walk into B, like you said. These trips can be so deadly. That little cross trip, Tex, he's playing off of it perfectly.
The Cam's getting a ton of info. Calm just used his dart, so it's back up, getting more knowledge of what's going on the other side. MTA will fall. This force does not seem like it's coming through.
Unreal from Leviathan right now, Doug. I mean, just using their guns to their advantage. 3 members sitting in CT at B, just taking those long-range fights together. Doesn't matter if the Stingers even get a little tag on you or anything. You got 2 players to support you there. And now you have Aspas sitting at an operator and another timeout at round 4 for the side of KRU. It's not looking good. Again, this is looking just like Icebox. I haven't really seen anything to really have a saving grace for KRU either. They've kind of been getting destroyed. It's the same narrative.
Yeah, there's not much to hang a hat on here, is
And
there?
look at the reactions as well. They can feel it. It's just nothing they're doing is working. I think they 3-1, but at what timing? Aspas was alone in B main. The breach already went back top mid with Calm, right? And they were ready for it. Yeah. So you have to pick and choose your battles correctly. You have to do a push and pull. So this is a good start. You take B main control, deposit somebody perhaps, and maybe lean back towards A, but I think Kesnit's just going for broke right now. He might just be tilted. He just wants to win.
And that's so tempting, right? When you're down this bad, when you know, things aren't really working for you, you have this natural urge to force it, right? Fine, I'm gonna do it myself if I need to.
Yeah.
I need to make a play.
But imagine if there's an operator on the other end. What if Aspas is holding an off angle B and he just picks him off for free? It's kind of a blessing. I mean, Aspas might get contact here in mid. But I like the approach so far from KRU. Getting Cypher deposited in B main. The only problem I have right now is they've got nobody off this A line. And a solo drone is not gonna do that.
Take flight.
There's that solo drone.
Enemy tag.
They know there's no follow-up. King is just going to stay here. He's going to keep jump spotting. He knows there's a stun there.
Yeah.
The speed up B, there's 3 members here.
The fault line's out, the paranoia is through, and they still haven't really gotten any space at all. Now Melser, the tip of the spear, is working his way out of main first. Tex into the triple face. They've got a little bit of breathing room here, but LEV still have so much space. Backside! Calm gets 2! Ooh, Kesnit responding with a couple of his own. Is there hope here? Is there a lifeline? Is there a little bit of room to breathe? King and Mazzino trying to do their best to keep the streak alive, to get back to 5. And now on equal footing, on even numbers, they've got to figure out this pulse plant situation. Kesnit's gonna fall. It's MTA in a 1v2. The latest addition to the squad. Can he get them over the finish line on his own? No. It's more disaster. It's more heartbreak for KRU.
And Doug, the start of the round was great. Even the site exec onto B was great. How they pinched back site. Yeah, Calm got 2 there, but still, in the 3v3, that's where it all fell apart. It was a 2v3 actually,
yeah,
right? Because they had man advantage. Why are we giving 3 1v1s in a 3v2 post-plant scenario when we could all get out of sight or even just play together, swing together if we're gonna do that?
Yeah, it's a good question.
At this level, you know, you give 1v1s. If the other team wins them, you're not gonna win, bro. It's as simple as that. It's a team game for a reason.
Gotta go.
Just like that, KRU, they're on another scrappy buy, trying to make anything out of nothing.
Maybe the ult will tell a different tale.
No.
Or maybe not.
And look at how far ahead he is with no backup utility. Just now, the drone coming out. It's looking dire right now from the side of KRU, Doug. But I will say, all it takes is 1 round to get yourself back into it. I mean, it didn't work on Icebox, but you gotta hope.
Yeah,
you gotta hope, you gotta cope.
It just takes 1 round, but the problem is they've only won 2 throughout the entire series.
Yeah, and what's a shame is that last time around KRU, when they played Leviathan, yeah, it was a different meta. Yeah, it was Raze Gecko at that time. But they, on the attacking side, won 8 rounds. They actually won the half 8-4, and they couldn't win anything on the defensive side. The fact now that they haven't even gotten on the board and it's already 5-0, it's not looking too good.
What do they have here? A Guardian and a Stinger. Heat has his ult, but they don't have any smokes anymore.
Right, now Texas is just going to play out as he should. Oh, he connects onto Heat. Oh, it's just too clean. Look, even the dart coming out. Texas just free to play aim labs again.
So the second timeout that we saw on Icebox was at, I believe it was a 7-1 scoreline.
Yeah.
So I think if Adam's going to pull the trigger on that one more time, I imagine it's going to be somewhere around here for following the same forecast.
Here.
This has been a complete dismantling of a team right now. Leviathan are doing something very incredible. Gotta give them credit. And yeah, KRU are not having the best of days, but it's because Leviathan are making it extremely hard.
Yeah, and it's tough. I think you're absolutely right, because this, in a lot of ways, just feels like such a nice cap on the year that Leviathan have had.
Yeah.
And the second stage in particular that they've had is ridiculous. Comp's popping his ult. Aspas on a reposition. He's dead. He's going to find another one across the middle of the map, so they can't even get into defaults. They can't even get into exploring the map.
And this is the form that we saw Com in when he won that world championship last year. In LA. He was hitting every single Sova ult. I remember everybody was praising him and how good his Sova ultimates were. Always getting one.
His success rate was ridiculous. But KRU still have guns here. KRU still have armor. They have a couple of ults to play around. And they're going to be pushing into the teeth of 2 members of LEV.
And they're so scared because last time they pushed elbow, there was an operator at the other end of it. King, he does such a good job of jiggling that area, using Omen Flash when he should. This time he decides to save it for the retake. It's just like, you just can't win if you're KRU right now. Oh, that's a good window.
Yeah, they might do it this round. The hat has been dropped, the ult has been used, Common King will fall. And so another numbers up situation for the attack.
30 seconds left.
Can they convert this though? Aspas popping his ult. Has an op behind him. That's clean, out from Shy. He'll pay for it with his life, but again, if things continue to stack this way, the 1-for-1 adds up your way. Tex left into 1v3. He's already got it down to 1v2. He's gonna get his ones again, but
my goodness.
Melser, gosh, he gets that kill and he gets KRU on the board. Not even close. All good.
3 1v1s again, though.
No, KRU did it, man.
Yeah, they did it, though.
They did it.
And all you need is one to start. Something. Maybe they can string along a couple more rounds here, but the economy right now for the side of Leviathan, it's just flourishing like crazy. A lot of these rounds haven't even been close.
Yeah, and I think a lot of this has to be given in credit to the way that a Shy played around the map there. Remember, he took an aggro timing on the other side. The Omen Smoke was able to punish a player back in spawn and then repositioned and got another. So they played those timings well. They were able to strike where there was weakness.
100% correct. And that was all because they pushed off that A-line. It's something they should look to do more in the future. Oh, that's the power of Neon, man. You get stunned, but you can still just jump out of there.
Yeah, he's not jumping out of that. Tagged by the Rolling Thunder. Kesnet takes a space.
What? Tax just runs through.
Yeah.
This is different. This guy's built different today. Unreal. He's going for more. Melzer will take him out as he should.
Top in the hands of Aspas still. King joining the fray. KRU have so much space on the site. MTA has his ult.
Oh my goodness!
But LEV dominate the kill feed.
All 4 members dropping at the same time right there.
7-1 the way of LEV.
And this is around the time where, yeah, we saw KRU on the last map take a timeout. This time, Adam, I don't think he's going to invest it.
And
he needs it for the second half.
You know, we were having this conversation a little bit ago, and I really want to try to use this map and this series to put into context just how dominant LEV have been this entire time. Because, you know, we talked about it, 9-1 going into playoffs. That's pretty freaking good, right? They've only lost 1 series. They went 5-0 in Stage 2 in Americas. They don't drop a single map. Out of the 10 maps they played, they lost double-digit rounds in only 3 of them.
Unreal.
So the performance that they put together this stage is, I mean, it's brilliant. And we're seeing that on full display here.
Oh my gosh, it's almost the perfect breach ult.
Couple being dodged. A lot of mid space here for the attack.
That's just like, LEV have such a big buffer from going into the last map into this one that they're even just taking these crazy fights and crazy engagements that otherwise probably wouldn't work against a team that's more dialed in.
Oh, he
might
didn't
be a
spot
timing
him.
from Shy.
Yep. Again, and remember, this is what we saw the last and only round the career found success. It was off of Shy getting a timing. It was off of Shy punishing. Well, opportunistic. The problem is they don't really have the same weaponry here. It's just Kesnet with a Guardian. But they've gotten a lot of space A. That was one of the keys to success that you mentioned.
Yeah, and they do have the Sova ultimate as well, the Hunter's Fury online. Shy, he's going to get cleared here. Wow, good heads-up play from Leviathan to clear out mid before they go for the retake. This is just really great fundamentals right now.
I can't imagine they invest that all. MTF's been holding on to it for a little bit, and again, he's playing on site. He's not playing far off enough to be able to use it.
With how long this retake took to get into effect, it would have been perfect to set up for this Hunter's Fury. Might not need it, though, with that kill from Melzer.
With a frenzy, no less. Kesnet joining in on it. This light buy seems to have worked out. I mean, King's got 12 HP. Surely there's no way he's able to pull this off. You mentioned how long the spike has been ticking too.
Yeah, there's no shot. trying to go for some exit kills right here.
Oh, MTA was able to upgrade a weapon too. So as we think about the rest of this half and how KRU need to find any success that they can hang on to, find any threat to pull on, maybe it's through that.
Yeah,
Getting a thrifty win, starting to get your money back online, carrying MTA's ult over into the next.
And all on a site. So you have a recipe now for success.
Yeah.
You probably should understand that at some point, Leviathan are going to start compensating and maybe start playing a little bit more aggressive on the A line, but you should still try to find out what's going on there.
Yeah,
Because
sure.
the last 2 times you've ended at A, you've converted the rounds into wins. And if you can keep doing that, if it ain't broken, don't fix it, right? So they should still test the waters towards that A site. And it looks like they're going to do just that.
I wonder if and when the defensive adjustment will come through.
Just even like the A default with that utility and how Kesnet is scaling up, it just makes me uneasy.
Yeah.
It just doesn't look like it's clean and looks like it's, you know, rehearsed. That was rehearsed from Leviathan. Little B main aggression, trying to feint that it's Tex just jump peeking. It's actually Osboss all the way up with an operator. He takes out Shy. With Shy falling, he's been a lot of success for taking a lot of that space on the map in general, like you pointed out. So now it's just going to funnel all of the crew members towards that A site. And Leviathan are willing to give this, maybe trying to give this retake another go.
They have Mazzino's fault line back up. Comp's Dart is going to be up too. And they have a lot of tools for this retake.
And on the side of LEV, or on the side of KRU, they have a ton of utility as well.
Yeah,
but
sure.
This might be a disruption right here.
If it's just contacting, that's going to be difficult to work your way around. You've got Aspas teeing off with the op yet again. 3 on the round for him. Almost hits that one through the smoke on a Melser.
When Osboss is in this mode where he buys the operator round 3 and he just starts hitting every single shot, it's so oppressive to play against. It's like every angle you go to, it just feels like he's there. And now you're smothered by Com. Ooh, good heads up. Little jiggle peek right there from MTA and Melzer.
10 seconds left.
And
There's no time. You just lose the round, no?
yeah, at this point, they're just trying to get the weapons out of their hands. There's really no reason for LEV not to hunt.
Yeah. Brutal.
I mean, I guess they don't have a ton of money, but they do have a massive lead.
3 for Osboss with that operator, Doug.
And that gets LEV up to 8.
And keep in mind, he got that pick in B main first, sprinted all the way to A site, and got 2 there. Look at that. It's so sick. Dodges the stun, but again, it doesn't look rehearsed from the side of KRU. The stun isn't even out yet, and Kesnet's already peeking. There's a disconnect in communication or even their executes that is going on right now. They aren't
Out of
a hive
charge.
mind.
No, it looks uncomfortable. It looks uneasy. And so maybe the crowd can will something back. A little bit of hope and energy injected into the attacking side. They're going to try to push mid. Mazzino's waiting in the smoke. The cage goes up. Kesnet goes down.
I know exactly.
The spray and pray. He got some good damage on his Shy. Shy can't even escape with his life there.
The spike is out of reach right now, too.
Jeez.
It's not even like they're in a position to be able to grab it.
That being said, MTA almost found a timing, but Com so aware in the moment. Now it's a 4v1 just like that. We're only 30 seconds into the round. It's absolutely obliterating KRU on this defensive side on this day. I mean, I guess all year, to be fair. Remember, everybody, it was Leviathan that knocked KRU out of contention for making Shanghai.
Last
Yeah, you're
round
right.
in the
Bracket.
half.
If this holds, that'll be, what, 3-0 for LEV against KRU?
Yeah, and 2 eliminations for international lands. Oh, no, sorry. KRU's not eliminated. I apologize. Sorry, they do have another chance in the lower bracket here. But it was last time around where these 2 teams teed off in the lower bracket, and Leviathan were the ones that eliminated them. So, I mean, you know, sometimes you wake up, and it's just not your day. And it's just like that. There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, I think, again, the big takeaway here
Oh,
is
my goodness.
LEV are on a warpath as they leave another massacre in mid.
This is just... It's what you said. It's just a movie.
It's just unreal.
Here we go.
Oh,
Is this where they're able to claw something back? Heat's left in a 1v3. He's, yeah, not able to find any success. I mean, this is a Leviathan that You know, we mentioned it. They're living up to their namesake here. Like, this is terrifying. They've never looked this strong.
It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting, but I gotta mention it. I feel like they haven't really been pushed or tested apart from that Thrifty on A and, you know, that other round that KRU won. I can't even remember the rounds that KRU have won at this point because it's just been such a wash for LEV. So many great things we've been witnessing.
Plenty of smiles on their side. That Leviathan went to the frozen yogurt shop yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
They got the pomegranate, they got the gummies, they're bonding, everything's great. Well, in that camp.
You know what else as well? I recall Tarek saying, you know, oh, Leviathan, if you guys win, you know, I'll buy your bundle. And he did just that. He bought the bundle regardless of whether they're going to win or not to inspire them to win.
Yeah, Sense City rise up, I guess.
I think Tarek may have paid off LEV to just put an absolute stomping on the KRU today. Oh, no. Oh, don't tell me Alspas is going to win that engagement. Come on, man. How?
There are few times that we see a team look this good. But
Spike down A.
Okay, saving grace.
KRU able to pull a little bit back here. Couple of kills found the way of the defense. LEV don't have Spike in hand, but it might not matter. If they continue to push into this fight, if they try to take this into spawn, it may work out anyway. Two ghosts in the hands of the attack. Make that one now, and he will fall. Kesnick gets 3 on the round as KRU get their 3rd.
Yeah, good trading in that CT area. I'm so happy all 3 members of KRU decided to play together in that moment and peek together. These are things that they need to do in order to make any type of comeback, but also just have confidence in one another. You know, sometimes if you're not feeling it, it's your teammates that can bring it back for you.
Yeah, sure.
In moments like these. And it's not done yet. Your hopes of making champs are not done, even if you lose this series. So any signs of life, any signs of team play is what you need.
They have a notable weapon advantage here. 4 Guardians. I mean, they fully invested, and I guess it makes sense. Why not?
Camera taken out.
Light armor can be a scary thing at times, though, especially against a Sheriff.
Sure.
Keep in mind, long range, the Sheriff against full armor, it doesn't one-shot. Against the light armor, it can. So, if Aspas and Tex are able to isolate 1v1s against these members that have light armor, there's a world. Oh, a nice little tag right there. Heat on a 35 HP.
I'm out of here.
Just fully running past this one way.
Oh, this is going to be a fight right here.
Yes, it will be. The paranoia is out. The swing comes through for Kesnick, but it's only traded 1 for 1.
Oh my gosh, 1-for-1s everywhere across the board. But
Aspas has upgraded a weapon too. Yeah, King is weak. All of KRU is rotated over. That shock is going to hurt. Oh my gosh. He does finally fall. Seemed like he was invincible for a moment. And Heat has been weak this entire time. He's able to get his 1. Mazzino will fall as well. So KRU get their 4th. And they did so heavily leaning on the weapon advantage that they had.
And they took heavy damage as well. Only 2 rifles surviving, no armor surviving from their side. Look at their economy right now. It's not pretty whatsoever. LEV have a good chance to get on 11 rounds right here.
Yeah, after such a heavy investment, you're right.
That's the scary thing. And I set it up perfectly, right? Against the Sheriff, that light armor, it doesn't feel too good.
This goes here. Yes, this should
But they're wishing they maybe kept a ghost or just a player on a Sheriff in the previous round.
I mean, who knows if that results in a round win.
Oh, very aggressive play in mid.
Yeah, the paranoia out and then the dash through from Kesnick. And then what I really like about how they did this is they gave the space right back. And LEV have no real idea of that, so they have to be so careful as they work mid, as they work tiles.
Yeah, it makes Leviathan have to invest more sets of utility to clear out that space. It's cool ideas that KRU have tried to cook up. It's just the execution that has been lacking.
I must wait.
Especially in those like little clutch scenarios where it's 3v3 or it's a post plant, you know, 4v4.
Right
Their
here.
setups are just not there. Start of this round has been great for KRU. Let's see how they can deal with this storm that is Leviathan going onto the B site.
Aspas has already taken a fair amount of space. There's 1 trip left up, finally cleared out, and the swing comes through. Another duel the way of Aspas.
He's such a freak right now.
You got Chai who's playing backside, and he's going to crumble alongside him. I mean, they're dropping like a leaking faucet, man.
The spacing is on point right now for LEV. The communication is on point. The aim is there. It's just everything firing.
And again, if this is the form that LEV are going to be able to carry, not just into the next match, not just into the rest of the playoffs, but
It's
on to Valorant's biggest stage of the year.
they're a contender to win it all. Seriously.
I'm out of here.
That is 11 rounds for Leviathan.
Go, go, go.
And the economy game right now for KRU is not looking good. A lot of players on light armor. Melzer, he can't even afford an actual rifle. And they're just doing everything together. Leviathan, they're triple swinging things together. There's always a trade, the spacing, even at the end right there on the solo player of KRU. They're not overheating. They're not trying to enforce bad habits, even in this stomp that they're doing. And it's really easy when you're stomping a team to go back and just start solo swinging things.
Yeah, for
doing
sure.
whatever you want, but these are all bad. Yeah,
You get a little lazy.
Exactly,
Right?
yeah.
A little like, well, why not?
Gotta go.
A little blase blah, if you will.
exactly. And that's what I'm so impressed by from LEV. They understand that that's kind of what their demise was in Shanghai. So many interviews that they were talking about that. King was saying it as well. We kind of forgot our fundamentals. We lacked discipline in Shanghai.
In a lot of ways, it feels like KRU are like this tiny little sailboat that's been tossed around through this like raging storm in the middle of the sea. And they're just getting obliterated. LEV are just so dominant. It's not just a step ahead. It's not just a page ahead. I mean, they're reading different books.
Yeah, they're definitely in the Bermuda Triangle right now, that's for sure.
I just don't know how KRU...
Oh. Calm didn't see Shy snuck into this corner. Shy could really do some damage in this spot. Aspas doesn't care. He doesn't care at all.
Tex doesn't either. Again, intentions and eyes are set well past this series, it seems like.
30 seconds left.
That's unbelievable.
Look at Tex's position here. They're going to continue to scale up. They aren't even worried about getting the plant down. They just want to take the fight. With Spike in hand, they roll over KRU yet again. Leviathan gets a series point.
Match point.
Pushing all the way into spawn, basically. What an unreal day for the entire squad of Leviathan. All the members pulling their weight. And we've had some breakout players, of course. Tex most notably. I'm so impressed by the way he's been playing these last couple matches. I can't keep glazing him enough. That's so insane.
Yeah. I mean,
He's so good.
You mentioned it. Shy had the jump on him. There's no way they could have known. But I guess it doesn't matter when you're mechanically that gifted.
It's just unbelievable the form that Aspas is in, the form that all of Leviathan are in right now. As a team, individually. This is why they're the #1 seed going into this playoff.
And potentially the #1 seed from America's going into champs.
Mm-hmm.
KRU have been left with very little to fight back with here. On final round, on final bit of hope. On a final opportunity to extend this series.
Here.
And I think if there was, if there was a miracle that were to come through, it'd have to start on this round. As the smokes come out, KRU have been shut out of the site again. Shy is up here really far by himself. Aspas bested him in the previous round in a position where he shouldn't have been able to. Can he do it again?
He almost did.
Spotting the first on the dash, and now the spam coming through the smoke. They've been forced away. Kept back, stiff-armed out of the site. And much like we saw in the previous round, they wanted to scale up, they wanted to take the fight, but this time the paranoia out from KRU. The ult also popped, and it's all a 1-for-1. Mazzino caught with utility out, tries to stay alive and does. It's all on to Shy now, and the finishing touches come through. Leviathan dominate. They obliterate.